So, been a while since we played this, and I'm noticing that I'm having some hiccups on the performance. I hope that is just the initial loading thing. If not, then I might switch over to another game and try to figure out the performance thing before next time I stream this. But I've said before, I've really enjoyed the story of this so far. The pacing is on point. It is faster than I expected, not gonna lie. A Final Fantasy game with its major, huge, grand, epic adventure, in my experience. So, it must be Quest Lady. Yeah, I feel like I'd expect it to be quite slow to build, but then building to something huge and epic. But it started off pretty epic. Oh, hello. Kind of cute. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that they make her... Or like, she doesn't look like a generic NPC. Scent? Okay, so she knows that I'm with Sid. Huh. The Dame. Is that like Senora? Makes sense. Isabelle. That's a pretty name. I like it. Is that a common name these days? I guess Izzy. I've heard that.
シドとはもう長い付き合いでね。昔ちょっと大変だった時に助けてもらったのよ。この町で商売を続けていられるのも。
Okay, that seems like a pretty nice reason. Good for you. Sid's got quite a history with some pretty nice looking ladies, that's for sure. Good for him. Benedicta, Isabelle.
ここはコート前の最後の関所。ベアラー一人では決してあの門をくぐることはできない。でも私ならあなたを門の内側へ連れて行ってあげられる。でしょ?
Oh, are we gonna roleplay? I'm gonna be your slave?
夜の女王って何?
Okay, I like the way this is going. Sure. Yeah, we don't have to stop playing even once we get past the guards. Okay, what's she gonna want from me though? I still don't know how much I trust her, but I'm willing to give it a shot or two. Okay, righting wrongs. Used. Damn. Yeah, so we're slaves. Or a lot of us are. I guess it's that is each and every one of us a slave, or is this more like only us, basically, that are slaves? Stray branded. Okay, so there are strays. Gaia blade. I already have one. Not an upgrade. Neither is that. Pretty expensive. Against the Wind Orchestrion Scroll. Okay, it's all music. Maybe I should try to collect enough for this 50k initially, just cause. I guess it's. I'm kind of grateful that they made the potions just 200, but at the same time, why not just have it like the Estus flask and have it refill? That was a major annoyance of, say, Bloodborne.
別に隠す必要なんてないわ。普通に行って普通に通り抜けるだけなんだもの。
Exactly what I want. Alright, I can go along with that. But then again, I guess that such a system might be just a little too different from a Final Fantasy.
今晩の支度をしなきゃ。
ところで、そちらは誰です？
私の新しい用心棒なの。
用心棒？
かわいいでしょ？
マダムの探検とは羨ましいね、色男。
じゃあ、もう行くわ。またうちをごひいきに。
Okay, so she has regulars, huh? So I can just walk right in with the huge ass sword?
やっぱりペアラかよ。マダムに拾われるなんて運のいいやつだな。
Okay, I hope to find out.
さっさと行け。
ほら、無事に抜けられたでしょ。
So I'm reminded of how in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I guess the original Final Fantasy VII in
これくらいは簡単よ。ノースリーチに勤める兵士はうちの一番のお客だもん。
played around with prostitution. I guess technically the Bumblebee place. Remember the name? I think there was prostitution there, but there was also the massage parlor where you get an incredible hand massage.
お店に着いてからにしましょう。
仕方ない。協力するか。
Here, they're obviously playing around with it again. Perhaps even a little more on point. I'm really not liking this performance. But is it that it's the first time when you load a new area? Because it seems like it's actually kind of okay after. Huh. I kind of like that. So I'm actually thinking if they have this technology or this magic in medieval technological times, what are some other ways they could produce water? Because there's no technical reason for wells the same way, right? I guess it makes sense they have one big ass, but they could place it in other places, maybe somewhere up high and have it flow down. That, yeah, I feel like you're kind of missing out on a lot of energy. You could use the flow to power stuff just from the gravity, no other magic, just produce water up there if that's what it's doing. Why'd put it down so low? And after it's done, used for gears or some shit. Well, you might not have a filter, it might be dirty. You know, you could boil it if you're gonna drink it. Wow, look at that mountain. Damn, and yeah, I love that castle that's just right there, a spitting image of it. Huh. That is quite gorgeous. Okay, how did I do the photo mode again? Take a quick photo. Cannot be adjusted during some cutscenes. Alright, simple enough. We got roll, change Clive, or activate, deactivate Clive, depth field. We can do both, but see, so if I want to take a photo, you can hide the UI and then use a photo or what, like a screenshot app? Is that how it's supposed to work? There's no actual in-game way to take a photo? Yeah, I don't like those filters generally. Vignette I don't particularly care for. So you can do... Oh, wow. It actually does a proper portrait mode thing instead of... I thought maybe... Yeah. it would stretch it, but no, it actually renders it sideways properly. It's pretty cool. Then square foot. Okay, does that? Oh. Okay. Pretty neat. Let's also just check. I did use up most of these points. What are these? Stone or fireballs. I already have it. Level. Huh. I mean, that seems like a pretty cool attack. But should I be saving up for some of these bigger ones? Several deadly shockwaves. Or why not? These are cheap. It's gonna take a long ass time to get the 1,000+ ones anyway. Got Phoenix. Wow, so we got a whole bunch here now. Scarlet Cyclone. So the left one seems to be attack, the right one seems to be what, magic or some shit? Shield? Oh, it might be shield. Projectile dispelling wall. It's actually not that powerful. It might be because it's lower level. That actually seems really cool. Okay, let's just... We're using this then. Instead of that... Wicked Wheel for... That's fine for square and that's forwards. Yeah, I don't like that one that much. Make for the Veil. So I'm noticing that Veil is capitalized, which might mean that that's the name of the brothel. That word, the dame works. Am I not supposed to be protecting her the whole time? I wouldn't have minded a bit of walking simulator action for that specific part. Then again, I probably would have bitched about it. Who's feeling unwell?
Madam, お戻りで。
遅くなったわね。
Drop a bath. I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. How often do they take those here?
ここが私のお店。夜の帳よ。
Alright, it's got a moon for a logo. Pretty cool. What's it called? The Veil. There are veils over all of the beds. The doggo here has been following us the whole time.
無事に関所を抜けることができた。改めて礼を言う。ありがとう、マダム。
二人の時はイサベルでいいわ。クライブは律儀なのね。シドとは大違い。
Yeah, it had some shit happen to me long before I met Sid.
シドとお嬢さんはうちの子が順に案内する手はずよ。関所を抜けるにはもうしばらく時間がかかるわね。それまで人探しをお願いしたくて。実は
They're supposed to pass through here as well. Well, why would you want somebody who just arrived here to... Oh, she went somewhere else. Alright, this is gonna be another... Yet another find somebody side quest. They keep going right back to that well. That is unfortunate. I feel like they could have cut that in half or even by 2/3.
私はこの後鉄の
It would
酒
be
だる亭
plenty.
で用事があるの。何か分かったら知らせに来てちょうだい。
I guess out of anyone, a brothel madame, a brothel dame, courtesan would could use some help finding
その
someone.
ブローチ、マダムのお使いかしら。
Either that or I'd beat her up and took it from her.
知っていることがあれば教えてほしい。
立ちエヌ、まだ戻ってないのね。
Yeah, wouldn't you know if she came back?
もっと話を聞いてあげてれば。
Comforted her. Comforted after what? Yeah, this is detective work, not just going out and
マダムか
adventuring,
らいた
huh?
だいた櫛をなくしたって、ずいぶん塞ぎ込んでたの。あの子、母親を早くに亡くしたから、マダムのことを本当の母親のように慕っててね。つる草模様の入った古ぼけた木の櫛だったけれど、とても大切にしてたのよ。
マダムの櫛を。
そうね。立ちエヌと一緒に暮らしてた子なら何か知ってるかもしれないわ。池の前で休憩してるはずだから、彼女に話を聞いてみて。
わかった。当たってみる。
Sitting by the pond, okay.
立ちエヌと暮らしていた子か。
Follow these breadcrumbs, which are very close together. I didn't even have to turn a single corner to get there. It's the green marker. Probably some side quests. Yeah, the quest design so far in this game.
新しい用心棒でしょ。ブローチを持たせてもらったってことは何か仕事を頼まれたのね。
立ちエヌと一緒に暮らしていたと聞いた。彼女に変わったことはない。
Yes, I'm looking forward to the real work.
彼女のこと。人と会うと言って出て行ったきり戻ってこないの。
Needed to meet with someone.
あいつと何かあったんだわ。
あいつ。
Okay, who is it?
あの子の客でザンブレクの兵士なんだけど、最近立ちエヌをつけ回してたのよ。店の外でも構わずちょっかいを出してきて、あの子すごく我慢してたわ。
Okay, so it's some obsessive
マダム
creep.
には迷惑かけたくないから黙っててって。
何でもいい。その兵士の特徴を教えてくれ。
確か右目に傷があったはずよ。訓練中に怪我をしたと言っていたから。
ありがとう。探してみる。
絶対に立ちエヌを見つけてね。こんな形で別れるなんて嫌だからさ。
Okay, so we're suspecting kidnapping.
軍の訓練所を当たってみるか。
But yeah, I'm just a lower class non-citizen, right?
今夜こそ
What
う
would
ち
make
に
it?
寄ってちょうだいな。
もうすぐ大きな戦があるんだ。ここで気を緩めるわけには。
What would make it like me particularly suited for doing this?
訓練は終わりだ。
I guess this is meant to have me actually kind of look around this city. So far, the level design is one thing that I probably can't really criticize much. Perhaps it would be nice if things were connected in an open world, an actual open world, not just a map that you teleport through. But they do have a decent amount of fairly open sections. It's just still very, very linear. Okay, so you can't actually sprint that inside of cities, huh? I like the scale of the cities. Similar to Final Fantasy VII Remake, I would say. And appropriately grand.
なんだ貴様は。これは配給品のクリスタルだ。ベアラーに配る分は
Yeah, up against actual soldiers here. I don't know how welcoming
まっ
these
たく
folks will be to my questions.
おい積み荷を調べる。そこの
怪しい者は没収だ。
おい君、そのブローチを少し力を貸してもらえないか。
あんたは。
失礼した。私はエティエンヌ。
At
マダムに
the
も懇意にしてもらっている商人さ。これから壁の外側で取引があるんだが、私は万兵に目をつけられて行き来ができなくてね。 まだ
where?
後ろ盾がある君なら奴らに止められることもないし適任だろう。
Okay, this one also, or actually kind of
Watashi no
makes sense
kawarii ni.
because I'm not
いいだろ
not familiar to the areas, so
助かるよ。
I might kind of
難しい仕事じゃない。
just get away
この
with
小
going
袋
to
を
a
壁の
place
外側の取引相手に届けるだけさ。
and not returning there.
雑貨屋、ハーブ商、酒屋に渡してくれ。約束の品だと言えば通じるだろう。
う。中身は何だ？
I'm probably helping some sort of
外
illegal
側の連中が喉から手が出るほど欲しいもの。
operation.
そうだな。知らない方がうまくいくとだけ言っておこうか。それじゃ頼んだよ。
Wrongly advised. Okay, sure. Let's just get this done and over with. Okay. Yeah, the scale of the city, it to me actually feels fairly realistic compared to historical sites that I've seen into. So here I can just go back and forth freely, right? Because of some card he gave me.
目移りしちゃう。なんだベアラーじゃないか。あんたが買えるようなもんは置いてないんだけどね。
俺は
Wow,
エテ
how
ィエンヌ
rude.
の使いだ。
それならそうと早く言っておくれよ。ほら、万平に見つかる前に約束の品を
Am I
渡
not
して。
supposed to say the password? Heavy purse? Just cash?
よかった。これでしばらくはやっていける。そら、こっちの取引の品だ。
蒸留酒だ。
下の超えた客用にとびきり上等なのを用意しといた。
Oh,
門を通
She's
る
too
ときは
proud
徴収
to
され
just
ないよう
not
気をつけな。
let it go?
はこういう嗜好品に目がないからね。あと、エティエンヌにはこれからもごひいきにって伝えておいておくれよ。
あ、わかった。
Okay, or just like tell me that it's none of my business. He wants to brag about it. But why is she
何の
giving
用だ？
見たこ
such
と
a
のない
nice,
顔だな。いつもの商人は
nice
どう
drink
し
to
た？
Etienne?
エティエンヌは万平に目をつけられている。だから代わりに俺が届けに来たんだ。
なら、さっさと品をよこせ。
Every jounce and jostle of this unexceptional leather sack is accompanied by an eerily melodic tinkling that is likely best ignored. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually possible
前回と比べて少
to
なくない
check.
か？まさか中身をくすねたんじゃないだろうな。
いらないなら返せ。
ベアラのくせに生意気な口を。エティエンヌの使いじゃなけりゃ役人に突き出してやるんだがな。ほら、これが取引の品だ。
Etienne seems to be a pretty well-respected guy.
これは葉巻か。
丁重に扱えよ。高級品だからな。
He seems pretty rude, or he is pretty rude. I don't like him. Okay, how's this guy?
ベアラだ。邪魔だ邪魔。
エティエンヌの使いだ。約束の品を持ってきた。
Okay.
なんだよ、そういうことか。これさえあればクソみたいなセックスさっきは悪かったな。
Right, he's a little nicer. But what are we getting? And why is there a fade to black? So they don't have to
こ
animate
っちの
that?
取引の品だ。
Yep, and that's also why, of course, their hands are beneath the
香水か。
screen.
よそ見して落とすんじゃねえぞ。
Oriflammes.
香水、葉巻、蒸留酒。どれも上等な嗜好品だ。こんなものと交換できるなんて、あの小袋には。とにかくエティエンヌのところへ戻ろう。
Alright, so he's quite a well-off dude. Well, he was a merchant.
さあ、訓練は終
Must
わり
be
だ。
selling stuff. Or he must be quite good at it. Okay, so this is continuation of the main storyline.
右目に傷のある者はいないか。
なんだベアラーの分際で人様に声かけやがって。
Yeah, see, I figured they'd treat me like
よ
that.
く見ろ。こいつはマダムの用心棒だぞ。
Dames.
夜の帳を出禁になったらどうすんだ。
Thanks for giving me the idea.
ヤニックのことだろう。
Yannick. That sounds like an appropriately medieval
こ
name.
こらで商いをしている行商人に用があるからって少し前にムーアに行ったままだ。
More.
そうか。参考になった。
Alright, they gave him away just immediately. I guess
一度イサベルに報告しておこう。
the veil must be that good. The courtesans that there must just be that good that it's well worth giving up good friends for.
クライブ彼女のこと
I do.
何か分かった
Not
あ
the best
報
yet,
告する
but
ことがある。
kind of. Yeah, I have a lead.
立ちエヌがそんなことに。
彼女を付け回していたヤニックというザンブレク兵も姿を消している。その兵士は行商人に用があるとムーアへ行ったそうだ。俺もこれから向かう。
そう。でもムーアとは厄介ね。
なぜだ。
あの村はベアラーの扱いが特にひどいの。あなた一人で探るのは厳しいかもしれないわ。
Oh, are they even more racist
コート
there?
の目
and
前
more?
で無駄な騒ぎを起こすわけにはいかないでしょ。
Constabulary,
ム
so
ーアへ行ったら厩舎にいるベ
they'll
ル
even
ト
just
ランを
lock
訪
me
ね
up.
て、彼は私の仲間よ。きっ
Bertrand.
と力になってくれる。
ベルトランだな。分かった。
Bertrand. Okay. Let's see. Want beyond the wall, pride before the fall, friend of the people. Wait, which one's which? I just want to get that Etienne one done. It's the, one of the green ones. That's not him. Down there. Right, that's a soldier. Wait, is it the same soldier?
ここはベアラー風情が入っていい場所ではないぞ。知ってるか？俺たちはコート防衛の精鋭部隊だ。奴隷なんざに用はねえんだ。
すぐに出ていく。
おい、こいつ、マダムのブローチを持ってるぜ。
Wait, aren't these the same guys we talked to just
マダムの
moments
用心
ago?
棒というわけだ。俺たちの護衛さえ断ってたマダムがね。このベアラ、か
Are
な
we
りやり
gonna
手かも
have
しれ
a
ん。
little
おお、
sparring
面白い。
match?
おい、ベアラ、一つ手合わせといこうじゃないか。
手合わせだと。
マダムに認められたその力、ぜひ確かめさせてもらいたいな。
Okay, let's actually just get into a fight. That's better than
仕方ない。
these fetch
一
quests.
戦だけでいいか。
ああ、構わんよ。だが、互いに手加
Yeah,
減
I
な
feel
し。
like
この訓練
if
場
you're in
に
a
あると
setting
し
like
ろ。
this and a guy like
さっさ
who
と
looks
用意
like
する
this
んだ。
comes into town, you stay away. But of course, they haven't seen movies. That's okay. Do we just fight now?
さあ、貴様、
さっさと終わらせよう。
大した自信だな。
Is it going to be one-on-one or one-on-two? They're just going on
手
one-on-one.
加減はなしだぞ。さあ、かかってこい。
Wow, we're using actual swords?
ベアラ、貴様の力を見せてみろ。
Okay, seems really bad, really weak.
兵隊さんもお気に入り芳醇なワインだよ
Oh shit.
ベアラーだと思っていたがやるじゃないか
These stuttering is pretty bad though. And that was the first fight I got into. Is that gonna be constant?
なんということだ。おいおい、わざと負けたんじゃねえだろうな。
We're gonna face this other guy
あ
now?
いつ相当できる。そ
I
れな
guess
ら。
so.
おい、ベアラ、今度は俺と勝負だ。
It would be kind of cool if they didn't let you use the magic abilities
どれだけできるか見せてもらうぜ。
during just this fight. Make it so that it's like you have to do it purely using your sword abilities. I guess I can kind of force myself not to use them. Okay. Quite easy. Even with the issues with the what is it? Even with the goddamn stuttering issues, you have succeeded. Succeeded what or whom? Hopefully it's not whom, because if so, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad to hear you've succeeded if it's the other one. I am not succeeding so much right now at having this game play smoothly.
俺たちもまだまだだぜ。上官の言う通り、もっと鍛えねえと。
俺はもう行くぞ。
あ、手間をかけた。見事だったよ。おい、俺たちがあんたに負けたってこと、マダムには絶対に言うんじゃねえぞ。
Okay, so yeah, we just embarrassed the dudes. Nice. Pretty easy. Alright, let's see. Oh, nice. That's really good actually. Wow. Yeah, it's not common for it to be that good. Did that require like a good amount of actual other editing, or was that a lucky one shot? Yeah, nicely done. Hands and fingers have come along. They certainly have, that's for sure. The techniques to get them right. But it is yeah, fairly safe for Twitch, but very well, I mean, you can tell it's not real, but it's very close and it's well done. Straight out of the model prompt. Wow, that's very cool. Nice. What kind of model was it? I imagine you had to use Allura, right? Was it 1.5 or one of the later ones? Because from what I've seen, it seemed like Flux, I think, or no, XL was getting there. I don't know about Flux. I haven't tried Flux, but yeah, I'm not sure. Model is key. No Laura. Oh. Model that understands Dan Burutas. Oh, yeah. That's the case with most anime models, right? And a lot of non-anime ones too. I know that Pony Diffusion somehow ended up being one of the standards, even though it was initially designed for, as the name might suggest, My Little Pony. But it ended up being good at anime stuff.
僕はコートの役人でマチュという。そしてマダムに手を貸すものでもある。
Her endeavors, indeed.
この国はベアラの扱いがひどいだろう。
For echelons.
僕のようにそれを快く思わないもの
It's
も
not
いるということさ。
SD 1.5? Oh,
なるほどな。
gotcha. SDXL. Okay, yeah. I have used some SDXL and I've had
彼らは常に
more difficulty with it.
過酷な仕事を課せら
But
れる上に
it's just
満足な食事
also
も許されない。それで餓死しようが誰も
not.
見向きもしない。
I don't have as much experience, nearly as much with it.
使い捨てられるだけ。見るのも辛いありさまだよ。これまで密かに食料を配っていたが、住人に感づかれたようでね。
But I should try
僕よりも怪しまれずに済
playing
むだろ
around with more
どうか
detailed
ベアラーた
prompts
ち
in
に
terms of
食
like
料を配ってくれないか
fine detail or like composition.
俺がやろう。
ありがと
Because
う
I think I heard that SDXL was better at that.
少しは生き延びられるでは早速だが
And there did seem to be quite a lot of Lauras around SDXL, but
食料を配って
you
ほしい
said that didn't
ベアラー
even
は
require a Laura,
弊
which
社
is
の周り
pretty,
で
like,
働か
that's
されてい
pretty
る
cool.
3人
Oh yeah, I did
いずれ
think, I
も
do think I,
休むことを許されず
like, if you
魔法の使
specify
用を強要されているはずだ
an art style, it seemed to get it really well.
だが気をつけて
Kind of like,
彼らは主の所有物
like the quality seemed similar to if you were using a Laura. I do remember that.
食料を配り終えたらマダムに伝えてほしい
There isn't an SDXL MHXL? Oh no.
分かった。
Well, I mean, as you
僕はこれから
as you
表の仕事
demonstrated,
さ
it seemed like it still worked, but having a Laura is almost always just much better, right? Much easier.
魔法を使わされているベ
Yeah,
アラー
that's pretty impressive.
早く食料を届けてやろう。
The SDXL seems like it's a maybe not huge, but a meaningful step forwards. Oh, we dropped there. So there's 3 of these markers. I guess they're making me explore this area again. This. Oh, it's healing him.
まだ直せねえのか
Realism by stable yogi.
今は無理そうだ
Okay.
な。
I'll have to keep that in mind. Realism by stable yogi. Stable yogi. How many yogis really are stable anyway? But realism. I see. So that has that somewhat semi-realistic look. It's closer to realistic than not, I guess. It's just the proportions don't seem particularly human, but the texture is mostly there. Bear comestibles? What? What was that word? Did I just misread it?
助かったよ。でも
You're welcome.
まだ働かないと。
Okay, thanks for telling me.
いつもこうなのか。俺たちはまだ恵まれてる方さ。マチューさん
So,
の
we have 2 side quests here that are
そうか。
pretty similar to each other in structure. We talk to one central dude who sends us off to 3 other dudes, and we're also seeing their characters, like the types of relationships they have, I guess, with the other characters in this world, and I wish that was more interesting. The source material is almost exclusively anime-style pictures when it comes to MHXX. Right, yeah, that's gotta be the case. Although, yeah, there's probably a good amount of cosplay, it's just... There's probably a guru for cosplay, right? Somebody must have done that. But cosplay can be so varying in quality. It can be quite
取引の品
difficult
を扱ってきた。
or then again, so is fan art. One of your prompts, cosplay picture? Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That figures. Yep.
完璧だ。マダムもきっと喜ぶ。
But man, yeah,
もし
the
かしてあの小袋
getting
の
the
中が
hands right like that just on the prompt one shot is
そう。
quite
クリ
good.
スタルだよ。
だから
Trying to make
俺に
anime
仲間に
characters
なって
into
くれたの
realistic
か
pictures?
お
Okay,
じ
yeah.
けづいた君が妙な動きをすれば、目ざとい万兵に蹴取ら
That
れる
makes
か
a
も
lot
し
of
れない。
sense.
クリスタルの闇取引なんて見つかれば首が飛んでしまうからね。
Unsanctioned crystals, I see. Yeah, that also makes sense that there would be a lot of black market crystal activity here in this
上
universe.
等な嗜好品と同等の価値だということさ。
それほどクリスタルが手に入らないと。
So scarce.
壁の内側のおこぼれに預かろうと。
Chocobo. Oh, there's, I think there's a saying about chicken teeth
これを
in
癒やしいことだと思うか
America
い
in English, because chickens don't have teeth, so it's obviously really rare.
それ以下でもない。
なるほど。 マダムが気に入りそうな男だな。君は大事な品を万兵に巻き上げられずに済んだ。君のおかげだ。感謝。
Alright, I'm actually
君の働きについて伝えて
looking forward to seeing Jill again. That's sort of been a big motivator in this game, I guess, after seeing her again, that it's like she is designed very well. Her voice is great. Her personality, just that childhood friend, obviously. It's hard to beat that. That's that. But it's annoying that they separated me from her. Go alone while Sid gets to go along with Jill. Mistreated bear. Okay. I like how it just tells us she's been mistreated. Or was that mentioned in the story? Bear comestibles. Yeah, that's what it said. What does that mean? Food prepared by Matthew for 3 overworked and underfed bearers employed in Northreach's garrison. Right, so one of them is... So the merchant's a highfalutin elitist or elite who enjoys the finer things in life. That's what he spends his money on. The other dude's philanthropist, you might say.
Hey,
maybe it's my fault? Why isn't he angry at me? Yeah. That's more what I was expecting. Yeah, there I go, just causing trouble for these poor people. Okay, so this dude, what was the deal with him again? Has he just been healing like that the whole time? Now, one thing I'm curious is, and I don't think they've mentioned it, why is the tattoo shaped like that? What's the brand, right? I guess that they must have been branded in the face. Where does that come from? Yeah, I guess you gotta do some work. Okay, I mean, I shouldn't be just going in and inserting myself into this guy's life, right? They have a way of doing things here, and I can't just fix it overnight, but as I've said before, I suspect that the story will involve me fixing it. I think that might be why they're showing us so much of this stuff early on, to help build the emotional stakes for the actual final climactic arc.
あら、あなたが？ありがとう。ちゃんとマダムに伝えておくわ。そういえばマチューさん、食料のこと感づかれたって言ってたわね。
ああ、だから俺が代わりに。そういえば
Chamberlain.
彼はコートの役
Wait, what is a Chamberlain?
コートでもかなりの地位についてるみたい。馴染みのお客で、羽振りも良くて評判だったの。でも、ベアラの現状に耐えかねたのか、国の制度に疑問を持つようになって。
あの様子を見ればな。
今ではマチューさんもマダムに協力しているのよ。その分、うちに落としてくれるお金も減っちゃったけど、ちょっと変わった人でしょ。
そう思
う。でも、彼のような人もいるから、マダムも商いの裏でベアラを助けることができて。
Wait, you barely know me.
あなたも
I guess just for being a delivery boy.
マダムに協力してあげてね。
分かっている。
Yeah, definitely got a lot of main character energy. We become immediate best friends. They tell me their life story. Or at least their deepest feelings, and they tell me how awesome I am. I'm highly recommended. I guess that's true. It's true. That seems to have made sure the dame knew about me. Okay, so speak with the Bertrand and Moore, aid Isabelle in finding Tatiana. Right, I think that's the main quest, or yeah, they're both part of the same quest line. So if we want to go there, where is it? Well, there's no label for that. All bark playthings. Okay, so we can just leave this way. Yeah, I like the... So this is why I guess I can kind of forgive it for not 5-star Yelp rating. Yeah, I guess that's what I've got. Man, I don't like how... and I don't really see a way to prevent it, but it's like... The stars on all these services, Yelp, Uber, whatever, it's all clustered at 5 because that is what you expect from, or what they kind of demand from you for. I guess demand's not the right word, but that's the general expectation. If they do don't make any mistakes, but that means there's no real. I guess Yelp is a little a wider range, to be fair. But I feel like even Yelp, it's like got major inflation. I mean, it's not really a topic that I care that much about, but I'm reminded of when I was in school a long time ago now. They were talking about grade inflation, and it was pretty bad. Extortion's the word. Hell, no, I mean, I wouldn't say that either. They're not extorting you. Not really. But yeah, it's like, and it was pretty bad where the average grade was like a B+ or even sometimes an A- in some classes probably. When, I mean, I think earlier in the 20th century, because I actually went to school mostly in the 21st. Maybe not mostly, but anyway, do we fight these? No. The grades were just so inflated, but before they were kind of saying like C should be the average grade, but then my experience was always like a B to even an A- sometimes in most classes. Not all of them. Some of them truly had kind of C level averages. They were tough, but I heard it only got worse in the intervening years, and now at like Harvard or something, which I didn't go to for the record, I'm just using that as an example, college. It's the average grade is like an A- to an A. It's like you can't really differentiate that much. There's not that much room for differentiation. When everything stacks at the top. Who knows, at some point it'll all be A to A+, and they'll have to invent S. Just like the Japanese video game devs. And then they can do double S and triple S like Devil May Cry. So everyone will make fun of you for being an A student. It's because, yeah. It's like the whole, Spinal Tap, it goes up to 11. Why don't you just, like, label it 10? But, no, this one goes up to 11. Right? Which unfortunately I don't know the actual bit, but I know that's how that's the general outline of it. Oh, it's a cute little girl. Chloe? Oh.
探してやろう。
Chloe?
クロエ
Uh-oh.
はどんな見た目なんだ？
Middle school girls like her have something to worry about if Chloe's around. Where is she?
ずっと帰ってこなくて、きっと小麦畑で迷子になってるんだわ。今頃お腹を空かせてるはずよ。ご飯を食べさせてあげなきゃ。
なら急ぐとしよう。きっと見つかるさ。
Yeah, more of this, just helping folks out.
闇雲に探すわけにもいかないな。
All these random quests,
近くの村人に
but
聞いてみるか。
they're not giving any gil. So I'm actually not sure if I should even be doing them. I'm kind of curious why they don't give any gil though. If that means that the reward is different and better.
ちょっといいか。聞きたいことがある。
なんだい。ベアラーのくせに口の利き方がなってないね。
Damn,
主に
how
何か
rude.
頼まれたのか？さっさといいな。
少女
Make it
が飼
worth
ってる
her while?
クロエを探している。この辺りで見なかったか。
Yeah, I'm trying to help you
クロ
guys.
エ？ああ、村の子の。それなら風車小屋の周りをうろついてたけど。
Filthy creature.
なっちまうよ。ちゃん
What
と見
kind
張
of
っておきな
animal
っ
is
て
Chloe?
いつも言ってるのに。
あの風車小屋か。
もういいだろ。さっさと失せな。
Okay, I probably have to go there and get into a fight or something, huh? Oh, it's a dog?
犬の声。
Hello. Damn. my dog is way bigger. Dog.
クロエは白いけど言っていた。こいつは
Oh,
違
that's
う。
not Chloe. Chloe doesn't seem like a dog name for some
人が倒
reason.
れている。
I feel like it's kind of a cat name, but that might be because my next door neighbor has a cat named Chloe, which I've never met. It's never come out from what I can tell. My neighbor told me if you see a cat around, it might be Chloe.
ベア
Oh
ラは
no.
痛いか。
What's wrong with her? Is she dead?
クロエ、こんなところにいたのね。
Wait, that's Chloe? It's a person? Oh, it's her slave. God damn.
さあ、お家に
It's
帰
her
りましょう。
slave pet. I wasn't even thinking about that. Why wasn't I? It's so obvious. Obviously,
もう壊れ
slavery
ちゃ
has
ったの
been
ちょっと魔法を使わせただけなのに。
a major
今までの
theme
クロエより
in-
可愛
throughout
か
the whole
ったから
story.
大好きだったんだけどな。またお父さんが仕事で使わなくなったクロエをもらってこなきゃ。
壊れたんじゃない。君の大好きなクロエは死んだんだ。
死んだ？
クロエも人と同じだということさ。君は父さんや母さんが死んで二度と会えなくなったらどう思う？
嫌よ、悲しいわ。
クロエも同じだ。大好きだった彼女にはもう二度と会えない。
Huh, so she turned into a rock.
嫌よ。
いいか。ベアラーは物じゃない。人と同じように死ぬんだ。クロエが
Okay, so
大好き
you're
だったん
not
だろう。
born branded, you become branded, and then what? You have these magical powers that.
クロエ。
But then you can die by petrification, I guess? So I guess that was the point of that. I'm kind of glad I decided to do it, even though it didn't give me any gil. Good bit of world building. That's the first, maybe not literally the first, I don't know, one of the first side quests that's actually had some pretty decent writing.
クロエ。
But I'm like all of a sudden Lizette turning from oh like I'm just gonna get a replacement to oh wait this stranger just told me that all about mortality and whatever, that she's just a regular girl she would have been, and now I'm crying and sad instead of like what the fuck are you talking about? And like wouldn't her parents or her guardians have inoculated her against that, perhaps? No. That part isn't exactly what I'd call the most believable, but it's fine. I'm willing to... Ooh, wolf on wolf action. I'm willing to give the game some more suspension of disbelief, room for that. As long as it's fun, and it's been quite fun so far. The story pacing is great, but the combat gameplay pacing, I think, could be snappier. The number of side quests. I was supposed to do? Was that his pet? Oh, we're seeing more of that kind of... See, they could have put these two together into one side quest. Damn, little brat. I kind of want to get these two together and make them fight each other or some shit. Yeah, not the most likable kids in the world, but damn. Yeah, they're directly responsible for a bunch of, maybe not directly, but yeah, pretty responsible for a bunch of death. Oh, is this where it begins? Do I begin a slave rebellion right here? I get pissed? It feels like it's a little early for that, and I don't feel like I'm all that invested into these people yet. I want to know, yeah, these people a little better. What if they hook me up with one of the courtesans and I fall in love with one? But then there's Jill. I don't want to fool around behind Jill's back. I don't know. But certainly one of those ladies might get me in. Be more invested. I think the subtitles so far from what's being said in the Japanese. I believe it. The parts that I do understand, I can tell that they're quite significantly far. I heard that the original writing was actually English, and that the Japanese dub is the one that's far off, but either way, they should have made the subtitles for the Japanese dub based on the Japanese. Make different subtitles for different language tracks. They should have just done it that way. It's not that hard. It's not like making subtitles for these is like crazy difficult. Be the dame. We could try using her name and seeing how that goes. That is false. The script is written by a Japanese writer in Japanese. Oh yeah? Okay. I mean, I can believe that too. I don't quite remember where I heard it. Yeah, I mean, it's a Japanese-made game, so it'd make more sense that if it was Japanese. But, of course, there are Japanese-made games that only have English dubs, like Devil May Cry, or Elden Ring, I believe. But this is also a problem in Genshin Impact. And first of all, you know, their choice in the way they localize the dub is one of the major problems to begin with. But if we assume that for whatever reason they want to localize the dub that way, again, they should make different subtitle tracks for different languages based on how that specific language is or spoken or what words are said in that language. Because I'm sure the other localizations, the other dubs, I don't think this has Korean, but I'm guessing it has maybe French or something. Yeah, I'm sure those have their own different styles as well. Yeah. Damn nobleman. Localizer took far too many liberties in English. Square Enix. They have their issues with the being too westernized. They are the developers that made Forspoken after all, right? I mean, it was a dev owned by Square Enix, I believe, but still. And Forspoken was at the time like one of the main go-to examples for the awfulness of modern AAA video games. It's been somehow eclipsed or somehow superseded in that regard since then. Only one original, and the original script is in Japanese, and would be the definitive version in your eyes. Yeah, me too. I would consider it that way. Just like in Genshin, I would say Chinese. But, you know, I don't care that much in general, but I can definitely tell here where I can tell that the liberties are pretty wide, pretty far-reaching. And I don't like that. But I mean, Final Fantasy XVI is one of their flagship games. It's a mainline Final Fantasy game. When it comes to Square Enix, it doesn't get any more flagship than Final Fantasy, I would say. And they're fucking around with awful Western localizers. They could do so much better. Just don't have an ear for Chinese? Well, neither do I. But I think Chinese sounds good. It's a pretty sounding language. Very soft. I'm sure I'm not the only one who said that. Sounds a little too disjointed? I don't know, I wouldn't say that it sounds like that to me. To be honest, it sounds a little too fluid to me. The words seem to flow into each other. Wait, did a bear just kill one of the noblemen? Wow, we just saw some shit go down here. And he's just giving me money? Into my ears, especially the folk singing. Oh, I kind of like... Well, I don't know about the folk singing. I like some... I don't listen to Chinese songs or anything, but times I've listened to them, I like it. Their new dog. Oh. Oh, I see. It wasn't... Okay, good doggy. It wasn't one of the slaves, so... Nobody there to get charged or whatever. But yeah, wow. Like, the level of death, of casual death that this game has had, it actually is pretty significant. I feel like it's been a rare game. I can't really think of games other than maybe like a God of War, but even then, you generally don't have this much casual death of just everyday people. There was some. I guess something like a Resident Evil has that just based on the zombie setting, but you know, that's a whole other thing, whole other genre. Medieval life. You're lucky to just survive past infancy, right?
その行商人ならまだ村の中にいる。すぐに見つかるだろう。だが気をつけろ、印持ち。いくらマダムの
But I also know that you got capital punishment for pretty simple low-level crimes. I don't think theft necessarily, unless it was repeated theft. But you could lose your hands for theft. No, that's definitely a thing.
お前の主人はどこのどいつだ。一人で散歩させるとは主のしつけがなってねえな。
So yeah, surprisingly, we haven't seen that many people around at all, actually, right? With peg legs or peg arms, hooks.
なんだい、それならそうと早く言ってくれ。それで何が聞きたいんだ？
ここに右目に傷のある兵士が訪ねてこなかったか？
ああ、来た来た。小汚い櫛を持ってきて、これよりいいのを売ってくれってさ。なんでも、すいた女に送るとか。あの野郎、散々値切ってきやがって。一悶着あったからよく覚えてるよ。ま、最後はふっかけてやったがね。
あんたから櫛を買った後、 そいつはどこへ？
確か待ち合わせをしてるとかで近くの遺跡の方へ行ったんじゃなかったかな。
Yonder ruins. What are these yonder ruins?
何？マダムの頼みだ。いいってことよ。
Damn, this dame must be one hell of a lady. A lady of the night, if you know what I mean. Got quite a lot of history with a number of people who really like her. That's pretty cool. Is it dryer? I feel like if you're drying stuff with magic, again, maybe there's a better way to structure that. Like I said before, the well, if they had built a tower and put the well up there, the magical water creating crystal, then you could make the water flow down and use the potential energy from gravity to power stuff and then use the water for drinking. Like, there's yeah, they're leaving some energy on the table right there. I feel like that would be one thing well worth trying if you had access to that kind of magic. Just create water. Smells of death. Loaded wolf. It does seem like basically the first time anything loads, it takes a while, but then it seems to be fine. So I'll keep at it for now. The stuttering somehow seems to become too bad, then I might switch to something. Okay, that's a pretty cool attack. I like it. It's slower than I thought. I thought it would just shoot me forwards like a stinger, but it's actually kind of slow. Feels powerful though. I'm like a football linebacker, or actually a running back. Pushing through shit. Damn. Okay, more death. Yeah, she's been gone for a while. This isn't that far away from the town, from the village. These guys totally could have found him. Oh, girl, and I mean, too bad for the guy too, I guess. Probably didn't deserve death. Does he have a scar on his eye?
あんたはノースリーチの訓練所でどうしてここに？
お前が来た後、俺もこいつのことが気になってな。仲間たちと探してたんだ。そっちの目的は。
See, I think that was the same dude that I beat up, but then again, all of these guys have the same faces and beards and shit.
その女にえらく惚れ込んでた。
Yeah, come on. She's a courtesan. You can't be jealous if you end up falling in love with one.
彼女に新しいものを買い与えて自分だけのものにするんだってな。
Yeah, poor guy got the poor girl killed.
恋人がいると思い込んでたんだろう。それにしても、なんだってこんなところで。
立ちエネの櫛を盗んで、それを餌に彼女を呼び出す。そこを魔物に狙われたというところか。
あいつのことだ。もしかしたら。強引に連れ去るつもりだったのかもしれない。
Yeah, and how would they make money?
何にせよ、最悪の結末になっちまったがな。すまない、マダムに迷惑をかけた。ヤニックの死体はこっちで内々に処理する。女の方も後で夜の帳まで届けよ
う。いいのか？
軍の不祥事だ。尻拭いぐらいするさ。さっきムーアの村でマダムを見かけた。お前を追ってきたのかもしれん。彼女によろしく伝えておいてくれ。
Okay. Maybe that's what I should have expected by now. Yeah, from now on, I'm just gonna expect that every single story's gonna end in the deaths of the main subjects. But they just kind of threw a whole bunch of it at us right away. Like, I didn't particularly care about any of these characters, but I guess I cared about the slaves to an extent. I feel the worst for them, and also for Tatienne. I mean, who knows how good a woman she was, but she seems like she was just the wrong woman at the wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time.
あなたに伝えてくれって。
わざわざそれを言いに。ありがとう、イサベル。それで、タチエヌのことなんだが。
あの子のこと、何か分かったのね。
I feel like she should look a little older. She looks quite young to me. Like mid-20s. But of course, video game texture, smooth textures and anime-ish features. It's hard to say.
ただ、二人を知る人の心に傷が残るだけ。
Yeah, I'd expect that.
この櫛が彼女のそばに落ちていた。
Withered.
いろいろとありがとう、クライブ。
In
彼
her
女の遺体
pyre.
が帰ってきたら、
So they're
一緒
gonna
に弔っておくわ。
cremate her. I wonder how standard cremation is in this world. Is it like Game of Thrones, where if you're in the north they do it because they know that
待って。あなたたちは
if you
オリフレムへ行ったのでしょ
yeah, if you're not
うちの
burnt,
乗客から妙な噂を
you're
聞
gonna
いた
come back to life as a
何でも
zombie.
ザンブレクの信仰シルベストルがオリフレムを捨てようとしてるんじゃないかって。
どういうことだ？
ザンブレクとウォールードはたびたび領土争いをしてたけど、今度の再軍備
We're
は
planned to abandon
こ
the
れまでとは
capital.
少し様子が異なるらしくて、用心するに越したことはないわ。気をつけて。
わかった。感謝する。
Alright. A little bit of political development. Gather at the abandoned chapel. Yeah, let's make sure to save. That's Northreach, Lost Wing, Horrible Downs. Yeah, wait. These areas don't actually connect, do they? I feel like you have to teleport to get from one to the other. Some sort of quest there. Is that the only quest type? Righting wrongs. Yeah, let's not bother chasing down every single side quest. I'm kind of actually glad that I did chase down all the side quests in this area, but the more I play them, the more I realize it's not worth it. But it's a shame that I might miss out on some really interesting stories, or at the very least, thought-provoking or emotionally provoking. Oh, come on. This isn't Assassin's Creed, apparently. Okay, well. I guess this is like the Simpsons situation. When Marge joins the cops and does the training program, she tries to climb a fence when there's a perfectly good door right next to it. Oh, hey Sid. And there you are.
先に町の様子を見てきたが、随分と兵が出てるな。
Worse than you thought.
俺の顔を知ってる奴がいるかもしれない。
だったら裏から潜り込むさ。
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Where is the back door? Man, that castle using the technology they have in this era, I wonder how long it took to build. And imagine trying to maintain that shit. If bits of it fall off from the side of the wall, like, somebody's got to go out there. A lot of people might have to go back out there to put the rocks back in. Mortar and rock and everything. Pleasure houses. Alright. We seem to be getting a lot of that in this story too. Yeah. Sex and violence. They're really going hard on this. This game must have been rated M, right? And they're going for that R rating. Then again, for M-rated games, you still can't show... Well, no, they did show just straight up breasts in a game like God of War, I think. But you can't really focus on it too much. Yes, okay, yeah, I figured. This absolutely has to be M. Yeah, why don't they have actual doors? I feel like a proper brothel should have actual latching doors. Hello. Last gate.
あそこは国の重要拠点だ。警備も国境とは比べ物にならない。
さすが元ザンブレク兵、よくご存知で。
Okay, you can't do any better than that though?
後で案内しよう。
詳しいな。元ザン
Are
ブ
they
レク兵の
gonna have to fight our way in?
詳しい。ここまでの道にしたってそうだ。
実を言うとな、前に一度城に忍び込んだことがある。
Did you
バハム
succeed?
ートのドミナントと勝ち合って命からがら逃げる羽目になったが。
It's a great use of the little background vision and the sound effects. Like, this is definitely reminding me of Game of Thrones, because Peter Baelish owns a brothel, and he would have some meetings there.
国ってもんはマザークリスタルという存在があって初めて成り立つ。昔からそう作られてきた。それが黒の一体の原因となれば、どの国にとっても都合が悪い。だから、
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
声を上げれば異端者とみなされ消されちまうんだ。無慈悲な愛国者たちの手でな。
Yeah. That's life here, right?
その一方で奴らからしてみれば、ドミナントやベアラーは都合がいい。なんせ魔法を使うのにクリスタルを使わない。国費の節約になる。
Indeed.
その先に待っているのが全身の石化。
We're basically demigods.
死を意味するものだとしても。
You know, if we can summon these magical beasts.
まあ、そういうことだ。
We should be running things.
マザークリスタルと黒の一体。ドミナントとベアラー。この
Yeah, I believe you, Sid. I'm in for using the sword instead of the pen. No, I really can't.
だが、マザークリスタルの破壊は大罪だぞ。悪名が残ることになる。
大悪党指導。いい響きだ。
We'll make a good wanted poster.
そう睨むなよ、ジル。美人の怖い顔は箔がつきすぎる。大悪党としてでも名が残るのなら生きた甲斐があるってもんさ。潜伏先は確保したが、ここから先は事をなすまで出てこられると思うな。念入りに支度しておけ。
Alright. So I'm guessing that means I have to make sure to do any side quests I want to do before I go in there. What is this side quest anyway? I did say that I won't do every last side quest, but let's at least see what this is about. The fact that the loading speed is so fast makes it kind of not too bad to just go to places. me just ban that dude.
何を買うか早く決めてくれよ。
In hand? Oh no, what's wrong, lady? Friend of Martha? Yep.
人が押しかけてきたの。
Bandits?
私はなんとか逃げてきたけど。
Kill someone? Oh no.
お願い。や。
Okay, if it's combat related, sure.
いいだろう。任せ。
あ
野党はどこに？
さっき酒場へ向かっていったわ。
Can you give me a guess? Like, is it at least
あの
3?
中には何人かお客もいたはずよ。
No? You're not gonna help me out here? I'm up. What? Like, it doesn't help you, lady, if I get ambushed and killed. In any case, any excuse to do combat in this game is good enough, I guess.
こんなもんかよ。なんてしけた酒場だ。この宿に金がないなら、そこの傭兵、お前から金をいただくとしよう。
Okay, it's funny how the sword just came right out of the sheath. It didn't slide out, it just phased out. Alright. I do wish they made these basic encounters tougher. Like, they feel like... Well, I mean, I guess they're meant to be like the regular fodder that you run into in a turn-based JRPG like a Final Fantasy. That you just beat up on in order to gain levels. But I'd rather not have encounters that are like that, but rather each encounter is its own kind of challenge. But the game might not be paced for that kind of thing.
野党退治も商人の護衛も全部自分たちでやるしかないんだ。いつもは傭兵団を頼ってるけど、宿場の外の仕事も多くてね。こういったことに柔軟に対応できないのが悩みの種さ。
そうか。難儀をしてるな。
だからあんたが手を貸してくれて助かった。私から。
Well, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be around here. I'm gonna go off to the city soon.
今回は本当にありがとう。
さて、これから
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
大忙しさ。またね。
Wait, you don't want me to just hang out here and help you mop? So... Because I single-handedly saved the place?
クライブ君だったね。話は聞いたよ。本来なら宿場を守る。
It's alright. I did it just for the thrill of the murder.
すまない。賊領となった今では、こいつは控え。しかし、この敬礼が。いや、失礼した。
Okay, interesting. We had an actual conversation with the fan.
あるもんだけだよ。
Let's check out merchants. I'm gonna go back to the hideaway just to see if there's anything I can buy. Right, more music.
道中お気をつけて。
Because I think that one lady, what's her name? I forget. Sharon. Our guide to the afterlife, or the one who rides the boat, or
何か入りようかい
who
いい品が揃ってるよ
guides us into the afterlife, I guess you might say. They named a John Wick character after him. I think you're supposed to give him a gold coin. And so when you die, they bury you with gold coins on your eyeballs or on your eyes, I think.
手を貸してく
Very
れ。
good.
さあ見てくれ。
Okay, I think he gives side quests
読み
here.
書きが上達すれば
Do I have more? It's not much.
何について知りたいのかな
Yeah, there's no particular reason to go to him, I guess. Unless at some point, if it starts giving out rewards.
ダルメキアの伝統的な織物だ。見てっておくれ。
But okay, let's check my level or my abilities. 492, so not quite enough to unlock these heavy hitters. This one I barely use, so yeah, we'll need more. Gear, I think it's pretty well optimized. Alright, let's just go there. Wait, before I do, I'll save. Why the hell not? I'm not a huge fan of this interface where I use the left analog stick like a mouse pointer. That works pretty well for the map, of course. I like it for the map, but for other parts of the menu, when you're using a controller in a game like this, I think just having standard menu where you press the arrow keys to go from one spot to another makes a lot more sense.
やけに警備が手薄だ。
ウォールードとの戦で躍起になってここの兵士をいくらか回したか。何にせよ好都合だ。
We're gonna take advantage of them being a little incompetent.
おい、それはどういう意味だ
あんたの言う抜け道はいつも敵だらけだったからな。
この長い人生にはちょっとした刺激が必要なんだよ。お前みたいな若者だってすぐに老け込んじまうんだぜ。
余計なお世話だ。
Well, I mean, he's still around.
何かが変わるきっかけなんて些細な出来事や何気ない一言なのさ。よく見てよく聞きよく話す。人生を豊かにするにはそれが何よりも大切なんだ。
I played on PS5, not sure how interfaces changed on PC. Yeah? Did the PS5 not also have the pointer in the pause menu? That moves around with the left analog stick? Whereas you can... I mean, you can't use the left D-pad, so maybe it's not worse per se, because you have the option of both. But by using the D-pad, you can use it just like with the menus, but if you use the left analog stick, it acts like a mouse pointer. Oh, Crystal's Curse. I could try playing this on mouse and keyboard, but I feel like a game like this is, wow, pretty well built for controller play. It plays better with the controller, just like I played Elden Ring and Sekiro and Lies of P and multiple other games with the controller. And second, with the controller you can kind of lean back a little more comfortably. It's not like mouse and keyboard is uncomfortable, but I feel like it's easier to relax with the controller. Wait, does that sit up there? Oh, you got there fast. Alright, this is a sneaking mission. We got Metal Gear Fantasy. I do like how it's funny that certain genres kind of ended up getting associated with each other because of early works like a Metal Gear Solid and a stealth game. Metal Gear Solid, of course, is a military infiltration based game with very, very entertaining and crazy boss fights that is, yeah, not necessarily that much in place for a stealth game, and crazy story. And it's not like every stealth game is like that, but when people think of stealth games, they think of that kind of sci-fi game. Yeah, there's also a lot of sci-fi and even fantastical elements. And I'm also thinking of how something like a Doom, which is perhaps one of the iconic games. Right? It's up there with any other game like Tetris or Mario. Doom. A Doom clone used to be what people would call first-person shooters, right? A Doom being a game about teleportation technology and going into hell. It didn't need to be like that, but sort of as a result, Half-Life ended up being a kind of a Doom clone, even the story was very much copied off of Doom, but also very much expanded. It wasn't hell though, it was just a different dimension. You know, it's a shame about Ubisoft. They own some of the major killer franchises, including Splinter Cell, which was a legit Metal Gear Solid competitor back in the day. I always liked Metal Gear Solid better because of its more cartoonish, game-ish aspects, whereas Splinter Cell seemed to try to go for a more realistic, or at the very least grounded in reality kind of approach. I don't think it had the vision cones like Metal Gear Solid, or the Soliton radar, but it had some cool stuff of its own. Like, one of the later games introduced the whole, like, assassination kill mechanic where you mark out a whole bunch of enemies, and then if they're all in line of sight, you kill them all in quick succession. It was called Splinter Cell Conviction. Oh shit. Oh nice. Nice to get my past that guy's attack. Whoa. Ooh, do we have a major enemy here? Whoa. What's he carrying? Whoa. That guy's weapon looks highly impractical. Guess he must be really, really strong. Okay, nice. Sick. Got AoE fight mechanics. Yeah. Very practical, but very practical for what, I guess. Oh. Okay, how did I get that parry? I need to figure out how to get the parry timings right. I feel like I can't even practice the parry timings because I don't even know really what to look for. Oh shit. Dodge that properly. Black powder, nice. Okay, I parried that. How? Well, obviously because I pressed the attack button at the right time. But what was the timing? Oh, what is this thing? Is he the boogeyman from Nightmare Before Christmas? Is he filled with worms? I feel like he might just explode in worms all of a sudden. And he got a full heal. That's great. Nice, but we got the main character theme music power up. I think we're gonna be fine. Shit. Is there a good way to dodge that fire? Nice. Oh, he does it multiple times? Yeah, he does it multiple times. Shit, okay, I'm being too aggressive. I need to actually find the right points. I'll pick my spots. Oh, does Jill heal me? Oh, shit. Huh. I thought I dodged all of those. Whoops. Okay. This guy's a legit challenge. Nice. I was asking for a challenge, so I'm glad. I just need to be much better about like picking my spots, dodging instead of just like going all in on attacks. Okay, this fire. Nice. Oh no. Yeah, when he's shooting fire, I guess I should just try to stay away, huh? Yeah, that's not so good against the boss, I think. Okay, yeah, there are multiple layers to that, multiple phases to that ground attack. So I shouldn't fuck around with that. Oh no. Shit! Thought I dodged it. Yeah, the more I play this game though, the more I'm impressed by how fun they make the actual, this kind of more slow-paced combat. This is definitely no Devil May Cry. And it's not even as fast-paced as the Dark Souls. Well, I don't know about Dark Souls specifically, but compared to Elden Ring, this is more slow-paced. No. Okay, took a lot of hits there that I shouldn't have. And also, the fighting multiple enemies at once, it's much more fun in this game compared to Elden Ring. Not as fun as Devil May Cry. Good. Got some big damage here. Got some healing too. Nice. Oh, he's down a long time. Oh no, did I hit there? That's a cool attack though, I like that a lot. It's kind of appropriately silly, I feel like. This is a pretty standard AoE attack for a boss. Hard lunge. Oh, okay, that's a good one. But yeah, that's one that absolutely should not be telegraphed that way. But then again, that's the case for every single attack in this game. But that's such a basic attack where he leaps at you. I feel like if it wasn't telegraphed with the name of the attack just telling me, watch out for an attack right now, that could actually be somewhat challenging. Okay, I think I'm gonna change my fire-based triangle attack. Akashic? Ether? Wow. Yeah, that's... I mean, isn't that one of the better ways to go, actually? If you're gonna go, that's pretty painless. You're just gone. I mean, obviously you don't want to go. Not yet if you're fighting, but... you're gonna go. There's probably something sacred about the body that... because... they mentioned burning. higher for that girl. So I wonder if there's some rituals around death. I mean, yeah, being a dominant has incredible benefits. Again, I feel like we're demigods. We should be ruling things. What about my dog? How is my dog still okay? It really only just affects humans. Our shared biology is not affected for the dog. Okay. Ocean. Yeah, see? This is the kind of area I feel like they could have made it a little bit more mazy, had 1 or 2 combat segments. Maybe that's what we're in for. But so far it's not very mazy at all. But I will take this sort of pseudo linear. It's not completely linear, but it's not particularly open either. I'll definitely take it over the mega linear of Final Fantasy X and particularly Final Fantasy 13. Damn it, what's with the performance here? I didn't have this problem until today. I wonder... I mean, the mod that I installed shouldn't affect things. Yeah, so Lies of P is another game that, in contrast to its spiritual predecessor, Bloodborne, is very linear. There's very, very little in the way of actual paths to go down. Alternate paths to go down. But it does have very, very small segments that you can go a little off in offshoots. That almost seems contradictory, but they're so tiny that they don't feel like they should count. But they're there. And that's more than you can say about Final Fantasy X and 13. I'm actually... thinking back, it's almost a little surprising that that kind of structure managed to get through all the way through in a mainline Final Fantasy game like that. And these are good ones too. Oh, no. So they're foreshadowing, obviously, that the bridge is going to break here. But, don't we have abilities to like dash forwards and jump really high? I'm guessing Sid is no worse a combatant than me. Somehow he moved over to the other side in that one moment, huh? Oh, are we fighting? Why did the music suddenly turn into a battle theme? Are they just trying to emphasize the bromance moment there? I just saved his life. Alright, I feel like they could have made it a better thing that actually... where it actually felt like he was in legit danger. Like, I kind of get that, but at the same time, he's been established to essentially be a superhuman at this point. That kind of fall shouldn't really scare him that much, or he should be able to recover from it very quickly. Warcry. So, like, maybe a cave-in where some big-ass rocks suddenly come flying, and he almost gets caught and stuff or some shit. That could work. Okay, yeah, if you do that right, it looks really good. Oh, nice. I'm able to pull him. Okay, we got everyone. I wonder what makes them decide to put chests for some things and just leave them out and for other things. Like, Gil does not seem like the kind of thing they should be putting in a chest. I feel like they should be reserving chests for certain special items. Like new weapons, new equipment. That's where I came from. And so... I mean... How many crystal caves have there been in video games? Certainly both Genshin Impact and Elden Ring have their share. I guess crystals are a useful thing to use for building a magic world. Hell, people in real life believe that crystals are magic. There's magical crystal healing as a thing. Obviously it's not real, like people believe it, but it's about as likely to work as homeopathy, probably. But they are pretty cool, right? Crystals feel magical in how they're able to grow in these very intricate and precise patterns. Nature is really cool. Okay, is this where we came from? No, there's an item there. Probably where I go to next. Another item. It's gonna be... yeah, 10 chunks of wire. I believe that's just some sort of crafting material, so this is where I came from. It is odd that I can't just crawl under this. That's absolutely the kind of thing that these people could do. If they'd made it more realistic looking, I guess that probably would have been good. Oh, Akashic Miner, so... I see, so these guys were probably slaves that were forced to mine here, and they became overwhelmed, overburdened with this, whatever this fog is down here, this magical fog or whatever. And that also means that when they die, they just straight up disappear, their body disappears. Another boss. Shit. Okay, I need to remember that that only works when you're right next to the dude. Divine Hammer? Shit. Good, got it staggered. Oh, new enemies approach? That's great. Did for a good amount of it. Oh. You have other attacks? Oh. Ether? Oh, that's what this is called. Right, Ether. Yeah. Isn't Ether something that recovers MP in Final Fantasy? I guess that's what this is then, This is like pure magic or some shit, and that's harmful. But I imagine it can be used to power up magic or allow people to use magic. Well, I mean, I guess that's probably what the crystals are. Okay. Pretty good, but I ended up using too many potions. Very careless. But I appreciate that I'm getting punished pretty heavily when I am careless, since I am taking double damage. But look how little I've died even at taking double damage. It's the base game probably scaled a little poorly in terms of both how tanky enemies are, because enemies would be twice as tanky, and also how quickly you die, i.e. not quickly at all. Oral sword. Ooh. Okay, it's better in every way.